Well, hello everyone. Happy Throwback Thursday, and the rotation leads us to a Lego Movie set review, and this one's on what you're looking at, the Flying Flusher and Castle Cavalry from 2014. So on the front of the box that I have for Flying Flusher, which is the Lego Movie logo, film strip showing that's from the movie, and picture of the set flying through Bricksburg, about to shoot at the micromanager, and then also saying 2-in-1 and the alternate model on the side, and recommended ages is 7 to 14. Set number is 70811, has 351 pieces. On the back side of the box have advertisement of both, showing both models included, and also all the features of both models, and all three minifigs included with it, and advertisement for the Lego Movie video game that there was. But yeah. Now onto the manuals, which same pictures as on the front of the boxes and everything. Which, like, first manual, which builds just the micromanager, and then on the back, how to win on the online survey, and then out of finding the piece of resistance kind of poster, and then last building steps there. Then second manual, which builds the main model here, which I am reviewing, and of course with these reviews, this model of which is what I'm going to be reviewing for that. So don't expect the alternate model in this one. Sorry, but yeah. And then advertisement of the other 2-in-1 sets. Well, two of which that I have previously reviewed. And then advertisement of Lego Club, and then ad for a bunch of minifigs that came with the DC sets at the time, and then advertisement of some other Lego Movie sets that there were, and also, and that of which Metal Beard Showdown expect for next Throwback Thursday. Yeah. Then last building steps there, and then third manual, which is for the alternate model, and as for model as is, in the picture of which, quite good for how it is. Like, and also the most unique one of it, where it's two separate builds instead of one whole build of that. And also how it's both the plumbing truck and the outhouse, or porta potty, of course. And of course with a upwards flushing side of it, kind of funny for that. But however, the build of it, quite good for how it is, and also good inside accessibility to it, and also one nice one that you can fit into your Lego cities. But yeah. Then as for Castle Cavalries, then as for its alternate build, which is kind of a typical, a kind of average, and also 3 side builds of it, being a stand with torches, and also a mini catapult, and also a large castle gate for that. But however, all quite similar to the regular castle themes or the castle theme that there was, like the year prior in 2013. So it can kind of fit in well with that. Yeah. And also with the 2011 Kingdoms theme as well. Yeah. And then all the pieces that come with the set, of course. And now on to the minifigs included in each set. So first off, for the Flying Flusher, okay. Oh, hang on. First up, we have Plumber Joe and Alfie the Apprentice, of which the torso printings just the same on both of them. Which with the overalls and also the plumbing logo that they have. But however, the main difference are the face printings. Of course, nice to see one in ginger or with a ginger hairpiece. Nice shout out to Lego Lee 329 or as of now Brickology Productions, who is also a ginger for that. So nice touch there. And then, however, the face printings, which different on both of them, but I think probably came on some Lego City minifigs. Not sure though. But however, for Plumber Joe, which does have the classic Lego cap piece for that, which has been used for a long time. Not sure why they kept using it by this point, but however, still good to include. And then the third figure, which is Dr. McScrubs, which kind of a generic medical person figure, which however, with the stethoscope and such, and also not only like printing, but although kind of fitting to most medical outfits. And then, however, the face printing and hair piece, which quite good use of it there. And then to the back torso printings of each of them, just Dr. McScrubs, which only one that has a double-sided face showing his scared shock expression to represent him running from the micromanagers. And however, the other two, not only double-sided faces, but yeah. And of course, like all these 2-in-1 sets, all the minifigs in them are exclusive to that. But yeah. And that's about it with these 3 figs. And now onto the Castle Cavalry one. Have his Sir Stackabrick and also a gallant guard there. However, which from first glance the torso printings and helmet pieces kind of common like we've seen in most castle sets, but also kind of the 2010 and then revival 2013 castle theme for that. Which so if you missed out on those themes, which nice to include here, but however, this helmet piece, which with the classic knight plume, which I've seen for a long time. If I take that off, then there's his face printing, which looks, and also take on this helmet piece, which has come in most castle sets since the 1980s, but it does have a nice shiny feel to it, quite cool. And of course, both of which do have quite good face printing for that, and which I think were probably used on castle sets from that time. I'm not sure, but whatever. And the last of which is Sharon Showhorn, which kind of another random entry like these other sets, which like Gorgonzola in the Trash Chomper and Cardio Carry in the ice cream machine, of course. But however, since of course kind of a random citizen of Bricksburg for that, or like so. And then if we look to the back sides of them, as you can see, it does have quite good back torso printing for the guard and for Sir Brick or Stack Brick. But however, for Sharon's which does have kind of a terrified shock expression there, which like some of these, like the third figs in these sets tend to do. And that's about it with all of these minifigs here. So now starting out with the Micromancer, this Micromancer, which comes with the Flying Flusher, which from first glance kind of similar to some of the other Micromanagers then, but however does have a little bit of uniqueness to it, but same shaping, similar eye arrangement, and also a similar arm arrangement, but it's clipped on from the sides instead of on from the front, so good bit of non-repetition. and unlike with those others, which had kind of hidden flip fire missiles, but just kind of pre-done mounted on the side so that you can flick off like so. And then, however, and as for the backside, which is quite empty and vacant, but the main reason for that is for these little legs, which all those, which kind of one of the only ones in this size to have legs for that. But however, on some other sets, or the bigger ones that come in some of the larger sets, which you'll see, which do have fully extended legs for that. So this is just kind of a small scale for that. But however, just made a few various Technic bits to it, ending off at a couple plates with vented slopes there, and you can fold it in, fold them, ride it for that, which like so, yeah, like that, and then it's just kind of in its flight mode, of course. So that's about it with that micromanager, and now on to this micromanager, which comes in the Castle Cavalry, which obviously same build as the rest of which, and also like the rest have a couple trans red studs to represent thrust to it. And one unique thing with this one is that it does have just a single arm bit on front with 2 points of movement or click joints, and then also a swivel joint and handpiece made of just handlebar bits, and also battle droid body parts or battle droid bodies and exoforce hands, but used as a wrapping kind of hand to it. And as shown on the instruction manual box covers, which shows it grabbing Sharon Shohorn, like this then, and does hold in quite well for that. So you can have a capturing scene with it. And then also one main feature is that of these wheel bits that are on some Technic bars in there, and you can twist right downwards, and then has wheels, and with the arm up of which do roll around like quite well, and also quite good bit of balance to it, well, since of the equaled out weight to it. So that I find good. Yeah. And that is about it there. And now onto the Flying Flusher, which kind of a neat field of which being like a sort of plane, but with some like plumbing things to it, like as you can tell around. So as for this front section, which is just a three-way Technic piece, but with a few tools around, like 2 hammers and a mini axe that Plumber Joe and Alfie the Apprentice can both use for as their tool sets, which and twirls around quite good for how it is. Then the lower part of which has this little sticker that says Octans and Joe's Plumbing to it. I'm not sure if you can notice the Octan logo on it. Yeah, there it is. And also the same symbol that was on the minifigs overalls printings. And also these wheels asides of which also used on the alternate model, the plumbing truck as well. But however, you used just 2 of them on this model, but on that model you used all 4 for that. And then as for the wings here, which has these side panels, which are used as the walls on the porta potty part of the alternate model for that, but the classic space blasters obviously represented as like other pipes for that, and then going outwards to spraying water to the flame pieces, but used as sprayed water outwards, and then these little wheel parts represented as like turning around valves. And then to the main section of which is just the main windshield, as the main model would also use then, but if taken right offwards, and roof of which held on by a couple slope or a couple of plates in there, and then of course held on. It does have a red steering wheel piece, and then in the back side is another sticker that says Octan's Joe's Plumbing for that, which is also used on one side of the alternate model built. And then just enough room to like sit any minifig into like so. And then you can put the roof on top of it and in there quite well. Then as for the roof here, which is made of two car hood and roof pieces, but in white for that, and also these little separate build of which with a couple Technic beams or bars on the sides, and then a couple, and also a few plungers made of just plunger tops and foot-fire missiles, and one of which does act as that. So at least kind of a nice feature for that. And of course, others that are held on by battle droid arms that you can take off and use for the launching bit as well. So good bit of playability in this one. And then as for the sides of it, which are just the lightsaber bar pieces, which just on the sides. Oh, so you can like have a minifig hold on to it like so, or like that. Also like the trash chomper set for that. But well, that if you wanted. But also does have these little panel doors on the sides where you can flip open, and then a few more lightsaber bar pieces inside. All which probably where you can store other plumbing tools into as well. Or unless if you could try and stand a minifig into there if you want, but actually not enough room for that. And then on top of which has kind of a like little extra turret or a seat for the launcher part of it, but made of just a chair, and also a like toilet seat piece, but used as a like scope for that. And also, and like on the box cover, can fit Plumber Joe onto there as obviously. Then as for the lower back part, which is just a few inverted jagged slopes and an extra axle part for an extra wheel. That is just for the alternate model, of course. And then have a few grill pieces on the sides of it, and then have the back tail part, which is made of a ladder, which goes on the roof part of the alternate model, and also this fin part, and also an extra fin part made just for this model for that, and has the car rim pieces as used for both the turret and for this back part to hold this ladder down, and being used as the tail back wings for that. And so now that's about it with the flying flusher. And now onto Castle Cavalry for that. Obviously a ship made of like two separate tower or castle like towers, and being a flying craft obviously, so quite a unique thing for this set, which seeing a castle thing fly for that, other than the dragons and such. So like although, but of course you did see some of that in the 2016 through 18 Nexo Knights theme, obviously. So maybe this was where that started from, but yeah. Like as for these engine wing parts, which first part of which has these classic wheel pieces used for like carriages and such, but in this case used as engines for that. And then as for this whole top section, which is like the top part of most castle sets, and then also have these like castle tower kind of sections, but with a few stickers around them. And then also on sides are a few clips or clipped flag pieces with the crown symboling to it for that. Same with on both sides of it. And then further downwards have kind of these various little sections, and also the Technic axle rod that connects it to the main section of it. And then also a couple barrel-like bits, or I mean just cylinder bits as like barrels or something. And and also you have flame pieces outwards to act as mini thrust to it. And then as for this center section, which does have the lion castle kind of symbol to that, like we saw in Knight's Kingdom, for that, but used as like a front part of it. And then upwards does have this mini turret, which made of like a couple of crossbows and a golden cup or whatever. And then if you notice a bit of asymmetricality, where one side which has a like bone and a minifig skull for that, and then other side nothing at all. Not sure why that is, but whatever. And then obviously, oh, and then obviously, and as for this little mini half barrel section here is or cauldron section, can like fits your stack brick onto it, and he can mount the turret there. And then as for those, and as for the trans orange cones there, well, there's a reason for that. Is if you notice these red bits in the back here, can like press on that and launches out the flip fire missiles, of course. So quite well done, good feature for that. So, and also with both of these sets, nice and sturdy and good swooshability for both of them. And then as for the backwards, further backwards, it does have these like castle gate like pieces. But in this case used as like the landing gear or just as extra retooling for that. Even though on the main model used as actual, or the alternate model used as other, just as castle gates. And then also on these sides, which have kind of the mini catapult pieces, and if you take one of these little tube-like bit, or the classic cylinder pieces, and if you, I'm sure you all probably know how these work, like is if you like push on it and flings it off, which always quite fun for that. And then also on the very back side of which just a brick as some call, and then also these little vine pieces on the sides, which obviously on the alternate model are also used as like extra vine bits. And then also on this back section, which does have this little railing kind of bit to it, and a couple of torches on the sides, and then held together with unique arm or minifig arm pieces there. And then plenty of extra space, and also plenty of space to fit your guard minifig onto and fly on and make it fly. Like so. And then another bit of asymmetricality is in this back section, where one side's a classic spear piece, and then another is just a lance with a gold flag on it. And well, since of course and one good guess I have is just to make do with the pieces. But yeah. But luckily there's very little asymmetricality in this build, being just those two and also the engine parts of it. So let me get everything here. So now for the final verdict is, overall, I think these of which are quite cool sets of how they work. Like the alternate models of which, kind of nice to see some like 2 or 3 builds that are in alternate model instead of just one build like the other two 2-in-1s. and also the Castle Cavalry, which only set that is of castle in this whole Lego movie theme. And of course, did have just a couple that are Wild West, and the rest of which kind of relate to city and such. Well, although you can like kind of mix it in with your other castle displays if you wanted, but yeah. And then as for our flying flusher here, kind of nice to have a bit of some plumbing theme to it, to a build, which you can add into your Lego cities if you wanted. And of course the two minifigs in it being Plumber Joe and Alfie, which with the overalls as printings, which kind of make me feel like the Super Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi of Lego, or whatever. At least until the official Digifigs in the Mario theme, obviously. And of course, like all these 2-in-1 build or sets, all of which having exclusive figs for both of them, and then in this case, quite good exclusive figs, like one that is a like Dr. McScrubs and also Sharon Showhorn, which kind of generic and random, and then but also the rest of which exclusive to that. And of course, and again with Castle Cavalry, which nice to have a bit of referencing to the earlier 2013 Castle theme, of course. But yeah. And then as for the both, well, just for that alternate build, but both of these main builds here, also quite unique ones that to have throughout this whole theme. But yeah. And also do have plenty good swoosh ability and also good playability with the flip fire missiles and the mini catapults, of course. And obviously for the $30 that they were back in 2014, and the Flying Flusher being a Walmart exclusive, which I think could have worked out as one of the main four, which to even it out. But yeah. But however, for the $30 that they were at the time, it's quite good for how they were. Like, do you get two unique builds for that? Well, depending either model that it is, but yeah. And also unique micromanagers in both of them as well. Yeah. And so now, if any of you still have these sets from back in the day, well, I hope you had some good memories of them. And for those of you who haven't and are still looking to get these sets, I'd say definitely pick them up. eBay, Bricklink, Mercari, Bricks and Minifigs, whatever. And that's it with this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.